going on YouTube? It's Green Pencil 305 coming to you live from you know where. I'm here to tell another one of my past stories, and this is some that happened a couple years ago, back in 2010. When I was in high school, in the transition program, I would go on these little field trips with a teacher of mine, whom I'll refer to in this video as Mrs. B. So, on this, I went on this one field trip with Mrs. B and a friend of mine from school. His name was Sam, and we went on a field trip to this movie theater called the Regal Theater. And well, before we went to the movie theater, we stopped into Walmart and we sat next to the McDonald's area, and we were looking through what kind of movies to see at the Regal Theater, and I chose How to Train Your Dragon. All right. Yeah. So we took a transit bus to the movie theater, and when we got there, I paid about $5 or $7 for the tickets, but apparently when we were gonna buy refreshments, I found out that I only had about $2 or $3 left, so I couldn't afford any refreshments. I couldn't afford soda or popcorn or candy. The only thing I could afford at the concession stand was just a cup of water. That's right, a small cup of water. Yeah. And speaking of the concession stand, I noticed that there were these TV screens in the concession stand, and one thing I remember about them, there was like this little, I remember seeing a cartoon of an ice cream sandwich, like, you know, like one of those Oreo cookie-like ice cream sandwiches that you get at Dairy Queen. Yeah, I saw a cartoon version of one of those ice cream sandwiches, like riding up in a limousine. Yeah, on those TV screens in the concession stand. Anyway, as I just mentioned, I couldn't afford any refreshments, so I only could afford a cup of water. But I still had something to eat in the movies. Mrs. B was kind enough to share some of her Reese's Pieces. So that's all I had at the movie theater, was just a cup of water and some Mrs. B's Reese's Pieces. Yeah. So I sat through the movie. I think it was about for about an hour. I remember we got into the movie theater sometime after 10 o'clock in the morning, and by the time we got out of the movies, it was like 11:30, going on noon. And after we left the theater, we stopped into Red Robin. Now, just so you know, I didn't know that on this field trip that we were going to be eating lunch in a restaurant. I thought that we would bring our own lunches, and we'd eat them somewhere, like at a picnic table in a park. I didn't know we were going to be stopping into a restaurant. So when we went to Red Robin, I I had my sack lunch with me, and one of the waitresses there was kind enough to let me have my sack lunch in the restaurant. Now, just so you know, my sack lunch, I didn't really have like a sandwich in my lunch, because in the transition program, you have to like make your own lunches, you know. Well, in this case, I would, you know, make my own peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Well, I didn't really, you know, do that on the day of our field trip, cause I, as soon as I got, you know, to my school, you know, I got on the transit bus to go to the movie theater. So anyway, in the Red Robin restaurant, all I had was a veggie snack pack, a small bag of sour cream and onion Lay's chips, a package of Oreo Cakesters, and either a Lipton iced tea or a Snapple. I think it was a Lipton iced tea. So while Mrs. B and Sam had I think hamburgers, all I had was my sack lunch, which had vegetables, potato chips, Oreo Cakesters, and iced tea. Yeah. So that's my field trip story. And just so you know, I went on about 4 of these field trips, so I'll probably tell stories of the other 3 some other time. Alright, well, for right now, I noticed that the battery on my camera is 2 bars away from dying, so I better end this vlog. And hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and yeah, because, you know, this is a very interesting story. Alright, well, I'll see you next time. Bye.